Hey everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. As we all know, we begin with sound check. Let me know you can hear me okay. I'm using the microphone on the device. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I don't think we have anybody in yet, so I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to wait for somebody to come into the chat and tell me I sound okay. 5x5, sound good, can't hear you. Sound check, please. Sound check right now. Anybody watching, give me a sound check. I am speaking. Give me a sound check. So I can do more of the. And I got Spike Fairy saying 1. I don't know what that means. I'm on Wi-Fi, so sound yes. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. So let me get a cross reference, please. Looks like I got 3 in the chat. And let me. Yeah, it looks like I got 3 in the chat or 3 watching. So let me know. Give me a cross reference. I got one person saying sound is good. And okay, I'm just going to go with that. Let's reorient just a little bit. Samantha Morse Cat, sounds good. All righty then. Thank you. Welcome back to the Quantum Show, guys. All right. Now, this weekend, I attended a conference. It literally is ending right now. I had to come home and get ready to do the show. I didn't have too much time. Let me get rid of that banner now that I know sound is okay. And I wanted to go over the guest list. I wanted to go over who I did see. I will go over first who I didn't get to see. So yesterday, I did not get to see much of many of the opening remarks because I was outside getting ready. Well, not like there was anything to get ready to. Just go in and do it. And Serfiel Stevenson, neat guy, very neat guy. I got to hear his stuff. He was talking about Nashville, Tennessee local legend things. Hey, Tim. And he was talking about Nashville, Tennessee legends and local history, which, being that I am here, I can tell him some of the little nook and cranny things, and I did. Caught him in the hallway. There's a hallway with a couple of couches and a coffee maker, and it's perfect. Okay. So then I got to see Mallory Cywinski. Excellent. She was excellent. I covered her yesterday on the short. Okay. Zack Hunt. He was good. I don't remember these two, Zack Hunt, Tim Binnall. I don't remember them too well. That was yesterday. I slept since then. Okay. And I missed Chelslyn Vance. She was at 9:30. Brent Raynes, missed it. I walked in on Wren Collier in the second half of his thing, right? Sorry, Bob. If you gotta sleep, you gotta sleep, man. You can check it out later. Just check it out later. If you gotta go, you gotta go, Bob. I know, dude. Time change in Canada, yeah, same. We're going through it right now too, or we're about to. I don't know if it happened or not. It may be tonight, maybe tomorrow. But let me see here. Wren Collier, Chaos Magic. Very good presentation. I have studied a lot of this stuff already, and it reminded me of the things that I had gone over. Right? Bob is saying we sleep more. And hey, Tim, you're good. I was almost a little bit late myself. So that's okay. Tim says, Apologies for being tardy, but I made it. Hey, you made it. Better late than never. Let me see now. Where were we? Kiki Dombrowski. Excellent talk. She went over the tarot. I pulled 2 cards. They put a little satchel of printed out cards. Just see what you got. And I have been told that my reading was not so good, right? The first card, I posted this stuff on Facebook, which is in my About tab from YouTube. And okay, it was Hierophant reversed and the 8 of Swords. I am told that is not a very good reading. I need to get my butt in gear, get things going. Joe has given me an interpretation, and let me see that interpretation. I am going to look. I'm going to read what Joe posted publicly as my interpretation of his interpretation of my thing. And let's see here. Okay. Reverse Hierophant and 8 of Swords. You need to challenge self-imposed limitations, but your current circumstances make you either unable or to follow or unwilling to accept guidance. Inner and financial turmoil keep you from successfully breaking free from your current restrictive mindset. Somehow you need to find that opening towards a more empowering way to address the issues, and it may either be blind luck or listen to your instincts to get yourself out. That doesn't sound like a very promising thing, right? Tim, I don't remember. Was it about the cards? I saw a few comments come in. I think I saw your comment. I'm looking. Was it on YouTube? I think it may have been on YouTube. So let me. Oh, well, no, not there. So many buttons. Let me get in there. Tim Freestone. I'm looking for your comment somewhere here. Okay. I see Derek's comment. Tim Freestone, Tim Freestone, Raven. 18 hours. No, I don't see your comment, dude. I don't see your comment, Tim. Oh, on Facebook. Okay. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Yes, I do remember it. Tim, you said trust your inner self, rip off the blindfold on a new journey. Okay. I have been getting every kind of interpretation from this. Okay. And even the general Googled the answer, what I did right there, right? Yes, Lynn, welcome back. And what they did was they passed around this little satchel of tarot cards that they printed off just to give away, right? And they said, pull 2. I was like, sure. So, in typical quantum fashion, I did it. I wasn't shuffling them. They were in a pouch, right? So there are these little printed things, right? I left them in the car. And they had me go through, and I went, and my finger sat on one, and I picked one, and it was Hierophant reversed. I was like, okay. Second card was 8 of Swords. So that was my reading. It was a completely random pick. And given it was not a complete deck, other people had gotten into the deck before me because it went all around the room before it got to me. I was in the back. And right, I understand, Joe. You don't candy coat, and I appreciate that. I don't need sugar coating, candy coating. Make it easier on me. The blunt truth is the best truth. So, yeah, okay, yeah. I hear that's not such a bad reading. not such a good reading. I mean, that is kind of a bad thing. And yes, I have been dragging my feet on things. I need to get a few things going, figuring them out, right? Right. And Tim is saying it's all in how you want to read them together. And there are no bad interpretations. Okay. Let them be what they are, and I will take it as much as I can under advisement, right? Reverse the Hierophant and Eight of Swords. Those are my two picks. And I don't know if the reversal counts for anything, but that's the way it came out when I picked it, right? And I wasn't doing anything fancy with my hands. Yeah, I still got the thing down there. Yeah. And oh man, let me tell you, this week I tried to do 1 cup of coffee a day. Forget it. Forget it. All right. I'll just figure something else out because that ain't gonna work. um yes, Spite Fairy is saying I take divination, random cards, or runes as a collection of ideas that can give you a new way of thinking about a situation. Don't take them as a form of predetermination. Neither do I. Right. And also the way I looked it up was, now this was it was a positive. I took it as a positive. I may be incorrect, okay? But this is just how I read it after I Googled the answers. I said it, Hierophant reversed, to me, it says, well, let me just bring it back up. It'll take me a minute, but that's okay. Uh, okay, luckily it's in my history, right? Okay, now this is for Hindustan Times. I will read 2 of the meanings that are coming up on Google, okay? Freedom and personal belief. When this card is flipped, it means you are thinking about doing things your own way and breaking free from tradition. That is from one. The next one is you are being guided to follow your own path and adopt your own spiritual belief systems rather than blindly following others. Well, that's kind of what I already am doing, right? Now, the other one was Eight of Swords. All right. Now I'm going to go with 2. When the Eight of Swords appears in a tarot card reading, it comes as a warning that your thoughts and beliefs are no longer serving you. You may be overthinking. Hold on. Upright. Um, Give me the small. Okay. Negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, victim mentality. Okay, that's the other one. Eight of Swords shows a woman bound and blindfolded. 8 swords surround her, seemingly trapping her in place, a symbol of the limiting thoughts, beliefs, and mindset that prevent her from moving forward in her life. However, look closer. If the woman removed her blindfold, she would quickly realize she can escape. Okay, we get it, right? That was from Biddy Tarot. And, all right. So, yeah, not the best reading in the world, but that's okay. I will, Tim. I will be doing that. Tim is saying, run it by our girl, Amy. I will be. I will be asking. And, okay. Lindsay, you're saying, I never read them reverse. Too easy to overthink it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's just the way it came out, and that's the way she was presenting it. So I was going by her rules. The reader, the person given the, oh my God. Okay, Dombrowski, Kiki Dombrowski. That's kind of a hard name to forget, but I did it. Can't hold me down. I can accomplish it. But okay, now that was the reading that I got. Let me see. The next person. Oh man. The next person I heard talk. Come on. Okay, let me just. It was okay. Tobias Wayland. Very cool dude. I talked to him in the hallway, and I was able to. Well, I talked to him in the hallway, and I talked to him out front because he didn't have nobody coming up to him. I don't know why. Hey, Raven, welcome back. So he was doing cryptids, talking about the Mothman phenomenon. All right, and I bought his books. I showed yesterday that I got his books in my little half hour one, right? Tim is saying, so what did she tell you on the two cars, the woman who had you pull him? She did not tell me anything. She was doing a presentation. I should have gone there and talked to her, but this was a conference. It was all, it was show the whole time, okay, with just a few breaks. And, well, some things happened. Okay, but let me get through this. Let me get through. I went to a conference and I'm like trying to follow a format that I'm not familiar with. So, anyway, it was Tobias Wayland talking about the Mothman, the Mothman prophecies, and his experience, and how he thinks it is not a species of cryptid, but rather the Mothman thing that happened in Silver City was was an alien. Okay, was a one hit is an alien, and the winged humanoids that he doesn't think they're typical cryptids. Okay, he's not a typical cryptid either. Bigfoot, not typical, nowhere near typical. And he thinks that, well, any kind of, this is part of his thing, any kind of biological entity that's existing in an area, you'll see signs of that thing. Look at everything else. When you have large predators, let's say he's a large predator, because I mean, 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall, flying humanoid with claws sounds like a predator. Well, there's no sign of him being there. No nesting spot. No signs of predation. What does it eat? No droppings. No nothing like that. Where you see signs of other large predators, big cats, wolves, bears. You find traces of them out there, and you know they're near because of what you find in the woods or in their areas. And he went over how they may be. Now, this is one of my favorite parts of the show, right? He may be over uh, uh, interdimensional, such like the big guy. Okay, he may be interdimensional. I agree. I don't think he's there all the way here. And we talked about ufology and everything, but I was just talking about his presentation. The next person was Steven Snider. Not my biggest topic right there. Okay, he was talking about Shingoji would have loved this dude because there were all kinds of things in movies that he was going on, but I didn't stay for his presentation. I went out, right? He was good. Do go check him out if you're into government conspiracies with film industry and the fake moon landings, 2001, all those things, right? Okay. The next person is another person I was really there to see, Nathan Isaac. Now, I first learned of Nathan Isaac through the Hellier series. He runs the Penny Royal podcast. I will be leaving a link. Okay, there's a link in yesterday's show I'll be leaving a link, and yeah, I'll be leaving a link. He's a fun show. He's the rocker, and he brings energy. Okay. This is to you, Nathan Isaac, right? I'm speaking now directly to you. Numerologically, our names are the same name. All right. Look up Alan and Isaac, and it's first off the top word count ALLANISSAC. You got, okay, first phonetically, okay, Isaac Allen, vowel, consonant, okay, now reversed AALL, consonant, right? Or, yeah, consonant. So Isaac and Allen, it's the same name, damn near the same name. So he was talking about cattle mutilations, and he was not talking the weirdness of it. He was talking about the practicality of it, what was going on, the surrounding events at the time in the 70s. He didn't go all cattle mutilations, and it was a good show. It was a good show. He says government conspiracy. However, it wasn't much of a conspiracy when you dive down into it. Okay, go see Penny Royal podcast. He's great. Now, talking again to you, Nathan. Not this Nathan, you, Nathan. Nathan Isaac, out there. Whether you hear this or not, the quantum will reach you. Now, I was there last year. Last year, dude, you were very uncomfortable giving your presentation. You seemed to be not bringing the energy, you know? You know what I mean? And I know you probably already know this, and I'm not being critical, because you knocked it out of the park tonight. You and Kiki and Mallory were my favorite speakers, because it rung true with me. All your stuff rings true with me. It strikes a nerve in here, right? So, but you have improved your methods. I salute you, sir, because you've done well. You did better this show than you did last show, and I can tell because I've listened to a podcast or two of yours since last year, and your energy is up there. You're more confident, kind of like what I've been through here doing the quantum show. Last year, I didn't know what I was doing. I was deciding on how to format, and I decided on this format: 1 hour, followed by a break, followed by a panel, because it keeps things, kind of on track, kind of working, and your format has refined itself as well. Hey, Joe, I know you're not saying hi to me, but hey, anyway. Okay, anybody? Okay, welcome to the Quantum Show. Now I got a full room. I got 12 whole people, which is not too shabby. Thanks for coming. If you're here, you're quantum. Behave yourself. You be aight. Okay. Now, after Nathan Isaac, his show lasted right up until 8 o'clock, and there was no way there was Joshua Cutchin. I didn't stay for that part. Okay. Apparently they thought they were saving the best for last, but I had to get here. And you know what? I like attending shows, but you know what I like doing even more? My own show. So I took off. I said bye to a couple of people, and that was it. I was gone. Right. Well, Tim, so let's get to the spooks, he says. What? There were no real spooks on this one, okay? There were no real... A couple of things did happen today, not so much yesterday. what happened today was, all right, when they did the tarot cards, they also passed out index cards for the Q&A. And I went ahead and took one because, you know, part of the group. So I took one, but I didn't have anything to write with. Well, during one of the breaks, I went to my car and I got a pen. And right as I was getting out of the car, holding my pen and my keys, the pen fell apart. It literally fell apart. So that told me, do not write a question. I looked up and I said, okay, I get it. I get it. I'm no questions. And let me tell you, Spirit Guide was there. And here's what I interpreted, okay, was, okay, Nathan, enjoy yourself now, but don't get too deep into this. I'm like, okay. So I kept it light. Oh no, the stuff happened to me, not to them. And I had the buzzing, the heavy buzzing in my ear start to happen early on, right? It only happened one time. It didn't come back. That's what the weird stuff was. The whole thing is set up weird because it's right next to the Church of Scientology of Nashville, the big one. It's right there, right across the street from it. And there was a guy from Coast to Coast, Tim Binnall, from Coast to Coast AM, and well, I chatted with him a little bit. Tim, we don't vibe. It's all good. It's okay. You knew it. I knew it. That happened right after the pen fell apart in my hand. So, yeah, I tried to talk to Tim, and it just there was no vibing there. It just didn't work. But that's okay. That's okay. That's quantum. That's just the way it is. Yeah. Oh, the whole show was weird, Tim. Nothing abnormal. All of it. Tim Binnall, I was finishing up in the bathroom, washing my hands, and he walked in, and he looked at me and says, as an icebreaker, he says, "So you believe any of this?" Now, here I am. He's asking the right person. I said, "I believe all of it, but not all of it's for me." Yeah, that was his way of breaking the ice. But that ice stayed firmly in place, let me tell you. It was not meant to happen with me and him. So, and in my head, I didn't want to misspeak. I couldn't think of Coast to Coast. I kept thinking SOR. And I didn't want to say, so you're with SOR, Spaced Out Radio, right? And he would have gone, who? Because, you know, he is in his field, he's a big shot. Yesterday, he came in a suit and tie. Today, he was in t-shirt, shorts, and socks. I am not joking. So he was really comfortable today. Okay. But yeah, and it was good. It was good to be around people who know where I'm coming from, even though their experiences are different. Those guys are the culty side of stuff. Okay. They look at it from a different perspective, mostly. Now I'm talking about the presenters, right? The people I was talking to, I talked to several people. I talked to as many people as I could. And no aliens that I could perceive this time. All right. No off-worlders that I could see this time. There was one lady there from Indiana. So I told her I had just made coffee. The coffee maker, no one is designated coffee brewer. So I went ahead and made some. I found the stuff. I was like, I'm going to make coffee. I didn't think I made it that strong. I made it hella strong. Oops. I made it hella strong. It was like motor oil. Okay. I didn't realize it because it was a big one. And it was a big industrial pot. So I put what I thought was right. It was a little strong, and I went from, oh, hey, yeah, this is a great show, to, oh my God, this is a great show. Well, they've shown up at Comic Cons, so why wouldn't they show up here? Probably, and I took my bag with me of all my hardware, my observation stuff. Took it all with me. Yeah, well, everyone who had my copy loved my copy. They seemed to not have a choice. It was quantum. And all right, I'm going to critique the whole show overall at the end of this, right? So went there and I made the copy, and okay, I brought my bag with me with the night vision and the lasers and the cameras and the listening, all of it. Okay, I brought it all with me. Didn't need any of it, but I would rather have it and not need it because I'm in a room full of ghost hunters. And the person, Mallory, she struck home to me the most because she was a ghost hunter. She is a ghost hunter, has all the hardware, does all the things, goes to the places. Okay, I don't travel unless I have a really, really good reason. Because I've got stuff right here. You've seen it. It's been seen on camera. Lynn, you saw something, someone pass in front of my camera, go, hey, and take off. So I don't need to travel for it. That's something else I told people about, I was talking about. And here's the thing. I was not going to steal their show. I was not trying to make it about me. I wanted their show to be their show. This is my show. And I get my good feels from doing this show. It's fine. Let them do their celebration over there on their own. I'm not going to go in and step on it. This is my time, right? And I didn't want to interrupt their time because that's not cool. It's rude. I just want to let them know I identify with a lot of what they're saying when I did, right? When I identify, I want them to know it. And I let them talk. And Mallory is cool people. Mallory is very cool people. Let me get her back up. Cywinski. Mallory, where did her name go? Oh, Mallory Cywinski. She was up yesterday. I was looking at today's rundown, and she's cool, man. Link to her Instagram will be in there after the show. Okay. Hey, what's up, Michigan UFO and Paranormal Encounters? I believe it's Wayne. What's up, man? Talking about the conference I went to today, Strange Realities 2023. I bought a T-shirt. Let me show you the T-shirt. Last year I got a T-shirt too. It's over there somewhere. I got the light brown. This year, this is the only. It's all wrinkled, and it says 2021, but it's the only one that had in my size. Everything else was triple extra large or extra small. And I'm like, what? So I went ahead and got it. Everything else was double X, triple X, or something would not fit me. Now I'm all for buying somebody a T-shirt, just because I can buy a T-shirt, pass it on to somebody else. But I didn't feel like doing that this time. Okay, especially since they had extra, either small or large, and I don't know too many of them people, right? So I didn't. I got the one that they had my size. I will wear that, even though I think I have one that's light brown from last year. Okay. And it was a good, fun show, right? This was one of the pricier shows. So I know there's a fine line between having cheap tickets and cheap audience and having expensive tickets and prohibited audience because it's too expensive, right? Well, luckily I'm able to swing it, and I had someone call out, and then I called in a backup, and then they called out. So tickets are non-refundable. That's unfortunate, okay? And but if I'd have gone for a refund, then it would have hurt the producers of the show, not just been a paperwork fix, right? Okay, Michigan is in here. We just had Vivienne Chauvet on, and it was one hell of an information dump. I will go check it out because I watch your channel, man. I am interested. Okay, great. So Tim is saying, dude, I'm not going over it because it'll freak me the fuck out, right? The scariest, I will answer you depending on context. I got two different episodes that I did recently for Ghost Month. So they're recent. I think you were actually here. The Possessed Girl and the Cemetery. Those are the two scariest ones I have ever had happen. The Cemetery is the freakiest one, right? The most scared I've ever been was with the Possessed Girl. Oh, and yesterday, after the show let out, I go to this Legion. It's a veteran thing, right? And I go up there and I hang out and I cater sometimes, whatever. We're all brothers in arms at one point in time or another. So I go up there, I walk in the door, I get up to the place. Two people have been watching my show. Shout out to you guys. Apparently, you know what? You're quantum. So keep watching and keep your minds open. They were referring to the Possessed Girl. Well, one person talked to me in depth about the Possessed Girl. Okay, and here we go. Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal, right up my alley. Quantum DNA, talking about Starseeds, Arcturian healing, galactic frequency. Holy crap, it was cool. Oh yeah, Starseed, dude. Ooh, I love that. It is so literally out there, and it's right here at the same time. I love it. And yeah, galactic frequency, yeah. And somebody in the conference said something interesting. They said it doesn't. You constantly are hearing about raise your frequency, raise your frequency. And it's not about that really. It's about getting to the frequency you need to be at for what you're doing and letting go so the good stuff can come to you. And I believe that was, who was that? Actually, I might be getting my stuff mixed up because I listen to a lot of this stuff. Okay. I want to say, and it was yesterday's show. It might have been Serfiel, right? No, it wasn't Serfiel. I think this was a YouTube thing that I'm quoting. So it is not about raising your frequency, but matching the frequency to the thing that you're trying to become and letting go of the stuff. That's right, manifestation. Letting go of the things that are getting in your way of having things come to you. Yes. And it was online. It wasn't in the show. It wasn't in the conference that I attended today. Right. Stoned and you missed it. because I remember you were here. That was a recent one. That was 2 weeks ago. Right. Well, now my critique of the show. Like I said, it was an expensive event. All right, this was not a $15 show. And for such an expensive event, I would have liked to have had, well, coffee available all the time, better food since they were catering it. Okay. Now, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but just across the board, if I go to a paranormal conference, I have paid all kinds of money for them, right? The Bigfoot conference that I went to with Shingoji for 2 years was $25, okay, to get in, and I had to get myself there. All right. That's the Bigfoot conference. And it was like going to a freaking NFL game. The place was packed the whole time. All right. And it was a big place. It was a huge auditorium in Gatlinburg, the convention center. It was a huge place. And it was packed. I'm talking, you had someone everywhere you went up until the last 10 minutes. And and they had basically a handful of presenters like this place did, right? And it was $25. Granted, your food was not provided, no bling, and since there were so many people, they didn't have giveaways, right? But it was in a huge event. This is a small event. I like it. I like the atmosphere. The kind of people that showed up were, you know what? I'm gonna say not right up my alley, the alley next door, going the same direction. All right. Because these were the people, with the exception of Tobias and Mallory. The rest of them are very advanced muggles. No insults, right? No insults. Kiki, Mallory, Tobias. Those three, they're out there quantum. However, a lot of the other stuff that I was hearing was not so quantum, okay? Yesterday, there was a guy there. He was a biblical scholar talking about the book of Revelation. Not my favorite topic. And he had, now, I'm just saying, right? There is a big crowd for that. They were not there tonight or yesterday. That crowd was not who showed up. At the beginning of yesterday, he said, how many people have seen a UFO? How many people have seen a ghost? How many people have seen a cryptid? Right? Not how many people have seen an angel. How many people have seen a devil? That was not the feel of the show. He was definitely, this was not his crowd. Good topic, interesting topic. I'll talk about it, but not my crowd, right? And I said it yesterday. There's a group of pagans show up, and they said, and I happened to go smoke with them outside. They said it felt like he was giving a sermon. This one lady I was talking to, it felt like he was giving a sermon, and I tended to agree. Though it was the weirdness of it, and honestly, it felt like he was really just taking a little bit of weird and putting it in a sermon. You know, good speaker, good topic, good material. Not my thing, right? Same thing with the guy with the movies and the conspiracies, the government going through the film industry. Just not my thing. Okay, talking about fake moon landings and NASA, and his information wasn't all correct, though I was able to follow it. There's one pagan lady in the group I was talking to. She was like thinking, throw it all together and then make it make sense. That's kind of what he was doing. And I could see her point of view very well also, because it's just not my thing. Shingoji, that would have been your thing. And you should have come to this one, dude. I should have gone to get you. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry. And next year, you know what? I'll go get you. I'll bring you back so you can go to this conference with me, because let me tell you, going alone is not great. Okay? It feels awkward. And that's and that's not the conference organizer's fault. Okay? They're using what venue they got. But on my critique, I would say better coffee, more coffee all the time, better food, because it was an expensive ticket. It was it was not it was a $75 show. Okay. And I went 2 days. So that's a ticket a day. So yeah, I paid $150 to go to this thing, but I paid for it last month. Right. I pre-ordered my tickets and I got my tickets early because I didn't want nothing to come up. So, but that's my only critique of the show. The sound was good. The lighting was good. Last year, the lighting wasn't so good. This year, the lighting was great. The speakers all had their good energy with them. Nathan Isaac has gone up above and beyond with his show. Let me tell you, the only person that I've seen that delivers that kind of energy would be John Tenney. All right. But John Tenney takes you down a rabbit hole. He wasn't talking about a topic. He doesn't talk about a topic. He drags you down into the rabbit hole with him, spins you around and say, find this, find that, and here's the way out. His show is great, John Tenney. Nathan Isaac's show is good for its own merit. Okay. His delivery is loud, clear, to the point. When the pointer quit working, the clicker quit working, they did slides. It was slideshows. If you look on my Facebook, you'll see that I took a picture of all the speakers that I listened to, right? Or all the speakers I was present for. Because I put Snider up there, but I didn't really listen to him because it wasn't my thing. Alrighty. I don't know any context for this here. This right here. I used to man the charcoal spit with the piglet. Understood at the local radio, and I make gravy like a wizard. Usually one of the girls bake bread and serve for me. Oh, alrighty then. Well, cool. That's all right. But it was a good show. Downtown at a place called Serfiel Studios, and there were musicians there the whole time. It's a place where they record. It's a recording studio. The walls had all these sound dampening things on it. You couldn't hear nothing from any of the other rooms unless they were right up against the door, because the sound dampening equipment was about this thick. Was only about this thick on the door itself. The rest of it was this thick because I was leaning on one of them, and it went. And like I said, they had pizza. The food was a little below par for an expensive event. All right. Pizza, after 7 or 8 hours of not eating, I was ready for anything, and it helped. Not yet. Not yet. We're hinting at it, right? That usually happens during the panel. Okay, maybe 0.4K, because I'm proudly defending 28 FPS right now. Proudly. And let me tell you, my favorite speakers of the show were Mallory, Kiki, and Nathan Isaac, right? Or no, four guys. My favorite speakers: Mallory, Kiki, Tobias, Nathan Isaac. Those were my 4 favorite speakers. I either didn't jive with the other guys or didn't hear them. Hey, Chris. Thank you. Derek. I was getting Tim Binnall was there. He is with Spaced Out Radio, or no. See, I did it again. I was about to say, I get it mixed up with Spaced Out Radio. He's with Coast to Coast in my head, you know. But he was there, and yeah, the woo. Well, this is all woo. All of this is woo, you know. And there's a quote from a meme that I saw talking about it's okay if you see things because our brains are like tapioca pudding, warm with extra salt, and it tripped hard enough on itself that it invented calculus. No wonder we see ghosts and things. Yeah. So Mindfork is in the house. Hey there. I tagged you on Twitter. I think, is that how you found it? Hope so. And alrighty then, let me read here. Raven 5. Let me see here. Let's bring this one and immortalize it. Raven, 5 days ago, another sighting lady. This time I talked to her and asked her if she was a good being, and I got a head nod. I felt peace in her presence, same blue aura. Okay. All right, Chris. Awesome. Yes, you saw my tweet. I try to tweet the shows, and I tag Chris, Amy, and I'm names, dude. Right, names. I tag 3 people, and I hope they get to me. Right. Sometimes Amy shows up. I mean, she gets a free plug every time. Every time it's coffee time, she gets a free plug, right? So if people show up, they show up. Hey, it's the way the quantum works, you know? If it happens, it happens. And I was talking to Tim Binnall, divining that our vibes were not there, right? That I said the name of my first show was It Is Exactly What You Think It Is, the Quantum Show. And he goes, oh, that's clever. Kind of got an eye roll out of him. But that's okay. That's okay. I was like, yeah, I know it's cheesy. So, I mean, yeah, I gotta lead with the cheese because you gotta stay happy. You gotta stay funny. I try to stay funny. Okay, yeah. I need to say this. This is a YouTube thing, so like and subscribe. If you're here, you're quantum. Links are in the description for PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee if you would like to give to the show that way. Shout out, I didn't see it at the time. Samantha Morris the cat. First, $5 PayPal donation. Thank you so much. It went into this trip. And it very much appreciated because I don't know any other way to gauge. I mean, me as a spectator, right? I don't know how to gauge, like, I'm in the audience most of the time. This is the only time I'm not in the audience, right? I'm in the audience most of the time. And I want these people who have more experience than me to know that I appreciate them. Well, they give on a pre-show. I try to give like a floor charge, a cover charge, right? $5, $10. I try. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Most of the time I can. So that's the way. It's a language of humanity. Commerce is a language of humanity. Okay? We communicate appreciation the best way we can by giving money. Not that it means a ton, but it can mean a ton to some people. It's all in the meaning you assign to it. So I expect no money, right? It would be great if you did because you can I hate to say it. It sounds like I'm not begging, right? I'm not asking for money. All right. I'm just saying that's one of the languages we speak is commerce. That's how we communicate, how we like something is you get like the old phrase, you get what you pay for. Well, the show is free, so people expect it to be, you know, less than a $5 show. I try to not have less than a $5 show. I mean, 28 FPS. That was some stuff back in 1998, okay? That was the bomb in 1998. Let me tell you. I was there. And that's just a language that we speak, vote with your pocketbook or vote with your wallet. And I'm not right. I'm just saying the way I do it. Now I don't expect any, but I always try to throw a PayPal over to a show that is providing me some kind of entertainment, information, documentary, acting, poetry, whatever it may be at the time, music, you know. And I have given to all of the shows that I follow one way or another. Because even though YouTube, I'm not monetized on YouTube, don't intend to be, okay? It's nice to see that 1,000 viewer mark, but que sera, sera, okay? Oh no. All right. Just gotta, all right, let's see here. Well, well, well. How is this? Sapphire L has just sent a buy me a coffee. Thank you, Sapphire L. Appreciate it. I see you in the chat room. I know who you are. And I am not calling you out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bought me a coffee. Let me see. I have to get onto the app to do that. And it's harder to do buy me a coffee when I'm on the computer. Okay. Okay. Well, very well. Listening. Yes. Understood. Message received. Thank you for the buy me a coffee, El. I appreciate it. And it goes to the show. It does. Because that's what I'm going to do with it. I will have something decorating or an event or something. Oh, next week I am going back to Gatlinburg. I'm going to go back to the water temple. All right, and I'm going to take actually good video this time. I know what I did wrong. I know what I'm doing now. All right. That little camera I had, let me tell you what I did. I have a little pin cam, but it's a big square thing. It looks like a I don't have it handy, but it looks it's just a big rectangle block. And I had it here. Well, what happens when you have something clipped to your shirt, it goes at that angle. So I recorded that all the whole time. It was just my big close up bottom of my chin bouncing back and forth in the frame. Ugh, this is bad. Raven's cats have entered the chat. Raven's cats. Shout out to Raven's cats. There we go. I knew I still want to get a bot. Come to the chat room called Raven's Cats and just have them do lol speak or lol cat speak the whole time. And caps lock is stuck on the phone. Press the shift key one time. It should unstick. All right. Press the shift key on the right. What you do is when you're I don't know if you know how to do this or not, right? But when you're chatting, okay, and you're like, oh, grr. Okay, when you're chatting and your shift is on, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see. See the arrow next to the Z? See the little line under the arrow? Okay. What you do is you just tap that one time and it goes back to that. And that is how you get rid of it. Okay. So that is how you unstick it. I don't know what's going on with your device, but hopefully that will help it. Okay. Oh man, Monty, you're just coming in. It's the tail end of the show. It's the wrap up period. I do an hour solo. I went to a conference called Strange Realities 2023, and yeah, that's what I covered. I talked about the people, the presentations, the presentations, and then I critiqued the show itself because it was an expensive show. It wasn't a $15 deal. It was an expensive one. It was $150 for 2 days. And though the content was quality, I wanted more coffee. I didn't want to have to be I made the coffee for the second day. I made the coffee. And I didn't realize I made it that strong because I had one cup and I was like, and I was like, oh man. And then I got a stomach ache because I had just eaten all that pizza. Plus, the food was Domino's pizza. All right. That is my major complaint about this is the food. Presentations, excellent. Lighting, atmosphere, lineup, excellent. Attitude, perfect. The food, the beverages. All right. For that kind of thing, they got a parking lot in the front with a big open space that says, with a sign that says, do not park in the middle, you will be towed. Get 2 food trucks out there, right? If you want pizza, they have a pizza food truck around here. I know 2 right now. Mexican food, call them over. They're on Charlotte Avenue. Okay? Bring them guys over here. I know one Mexican and I know one hero place. They will, and they are very mobile. They would be happy to come out to the place where there are 50 people. They would love to do that. Pick one because it would take time for one food truck. So get 2. I know. I don't know all the logistics of running that kind of show in downtown Nashville. So there could be pancakes. There could be pancakes and waffles and syrup. There could be all that stuff. Have IHOP or Waffle House catered. Hell yeah, you're in Tennessee. Get the Waffle House down there. Yeehaw. Uh, talking about catering. Barry's talking. You think to guess your group you go with next event, just everyone take something homemade, like a potluck. I don't think that would be a good idea. Potluck's not a very good idea. Yep. Because there is no food quality control. Don't know. You got things. Oh, there's a lot to worry about. Allergens and health requirements, cleanliness. Oh, it's just better to not do a potluck. Not for something like this. Yeah, there we go. Have Waffle House. Bring it over. Biscuits, gravy, waffles, Bert's chili. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alrighty then, everybody. Let me go ahead and get this. I was looking at my banners and deleting the few that I didn't need anymore. Like, there we go. it is wrap up time. So I am going, I covered, this is a good time to go back over it. Strange Realities 2023, the speakers, the content, the food, the atmosphere. Overall, 4.5 out of 5 stars, or 4.5 prints out of 5 Bigfoot tracks. Okay? 4.5 prints out of 5 Bigfoot prints. That's what I give the show. And it lost that last half a print because of the food and drink situation. That was my one complaint, because it was an expensive show. It's an expensive show, and I know the logistics is not so easy to deal with in downtown Nashville. So I will go ahead. That's it for the Quantum Solo. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and I will send you a link, Lynn. Thank you for being here. And I will be taking a break. Me and Amy are out of coffee yet again. So, it's cold. Needs more coffee. Man, their coffee up there, it was regular old coffee. And something told me to take some of this fancy stuff I got, but I didn't. Okay. Next time, I may do that. Hell, I might cater the next one, because apparently I am the only one who knows how to do it and make it work. Anyway, yes, Samantha, everybody, thanks everybody. I will be coming back to the panel discussion in about half an hour. So I will set it up, but I got to take a break right now. It's been a long day. All right, I got up earlier than I expected to. And oh man, driving downtown is not fun. So, all right, I will go ahead and start. What do we do, Amy? Pushing buttons. All right, thanks everybody. Barry, you're doing well. I'll leave it right there. Thanks. Come back to the live panel discussion and keep it quantum. Pushing buttons. Pushing buttons.